Welcome to KonKon's Cantina. Grab a drink, sit back, and relax.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy, it's KonKon, back at it again. Sitting across from me.
The Casual Kid, aka Jordan.
Yes. This week, guys, little bonus episode. Not going to be a long episode. E3 was just this past weekend, and usually I used to have like a whole viewing party and everything for E3.
Yeah.
And all the boys would come over, and we would do pizza wings. We do this whole thing, and you know, COVID, obvious reasons. Not been like a ton of news like in the video game world and everything as of late.
No.
And people were out of town, so didn't have anybody over. Right. And to be honest, I'm glad that we didn't. Yeah,
it was a rough weekend for E3. I mean, there was some cool announcements. We'll go over those, and you know, anything else I got is excited. But there felt like there was a lot more filler.
Yeah.
In E3 this year, where they were showing off like more of a game than they should have, and it just felt like it was a lot for. They were just filling content more than anything.
Housekeeping quickly, guys. You already know we still have some rec shirts that are available. Feel free to DM us. The Big Cartel does not show sizes, so be sure to message us via Instagram, Facebook, whatever. See if we have your size before you purchase, and we would very much greatly appreciate it. This episode, of course, is sponsored by our Patreons. It is because of you guys that we are still here. No, seriously. Like, we get sleep because of you.
Yes.
You're paying my mortgage. Not really. But we thank you for your continued support. It really does mean the world, and that is why we continue doing this. Social media, of course, all the following: Instagram, Facebook, everything is KonKon's Cantina. Don't forget the Discord, where we are talking all the spoiler stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Luca came up this week, released on Disney+, so a lot of people are talking about that in our movie section. And, of course, we also have the Facebook group.
Yep.
The agenda of this episode. Once again, me and the Casual Kid will be talking about E3, just a couple of games that we liked.
Yeah.
You know, not going all over everything. Yeah, we want to avoid the whole news feed type thing.
Oh, yeah.
But just some key games that I think we both agree on things that we liked. So no special segment, and obviously news is E3.
Yeah.
But, Jordan, what are we?
We're a Cantina podcast.
So we're going to go to... do it.
So we're going to go to the Cantina right now.
Welcome to KonKon's Cantina. What are you having? But remember, no droids.
I'm going to take your starting spot here.
Do it.
Today I am drinking the Funky Buddha Hard Seltzer. This is the Mango Guava. This is, you know, I don't really like seltzers all that much because they end up being really sweet, or they give that malty alcohol flavor. Absolutely hate that.
Yeah.
But I will say Funky Buddha is probably some of the best seltzers, like hard seltzers I can find. They're not sweet. I would describe them more as LaCroix with alcohol in them. And this Mango Guava is really, really good. You know, it's 4.5%, you know, only 90 calories. So it's something good to drink on a hot day, especially when it's been this hot here in Florida. God awful.
That flavor, what's the flavor you have again?
The Mango Guava.
I do think that flavor is good. I want to see what other flavors they have. They have
cherry lime. They have pink grapefruit. And they have one other flavor. I'll have to double check. But so far, out of all of them...
It seems like everybody does the same staples.
Yeah.
With seltzer.
I think it's just easy to do those, and it's flavors that people recognize. And so that's what, you know, if you're going to sell a flavor...
You don't want to make something people aren't going to drink.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Again, you know, I wouldn't say this is something to just grab because it's the best thing in the fridge. But in certain scenarios, yeah, this is a really good drink.
I am having kind of another gin and tonic type drink. I am also drinking a seltzer water.
Okay.
This is a strawberry lime aha.
Oh, yeah.
With a little bit of agave syrup and some gin in it. It's not very good. Yeah, the artificial, the strawberry with the gin made it taste very medicinal and artificial.
That sucks.
Yeah, this is a solid 2 out of 10 Mandos.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to drink it.
Yeah. And I think
I'm a trooper.
And that's the reason why it's probably a 2 is that it still has the alcohol in there. You still drink it. But
good soldiers finish their drinks. Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Let's start with multiple platforms.
Okay.
So we have a lot of games that are coming out across the board on multiple platforms.
Yeah.
That were kind of released for everything. So the way that we split this up is we'll talk about multiple platforms, then Nintendo specific, Xbox specific, and then PC, which really there was only one real PC game to talk about, unfortunately.
Right.
But that is exactly where we are going to start with the multiple platforms.
Yeah. So let's start, for no particular reason, with Guardians of the Galaxy. What did you think about that?
Why are we starting there?
I mean,
I mean, like, do you think I'm like excited for it or something?
no, but there was a long presentation about it.
I feel attacked.
You should.
Well, let's be honest. I am the star of the game. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited.
All right, Prince Lord.
Yeah. It's Star Prince, okay?
Okay, but for real.
Yeah, for real.
For real.
Yeah.
What did you think about Guardians of the Galaxy?
The game looks good. Mm-hmm. I'm still confused as to how Disney is not getting the likenesses of the people. Like, are they not doing it because if they paid for the likenesses of Chris Pratt and stuff, it would take away from the bottom line of making the money for the game?
Did you watch the whole Square Enix presentation of it? It was like 30 minutes long.
I did not watch the whole thing.
Okay.
I watched I didn't watch the presentation. I watched the game, gameplay trailer, like the in-game engine.
So one of the things that they brought out is that when Square Enix Montreal was given the rights to this, and they started doing the development of it.
Yeah.
They specifically wanted it to be as close to the comic books as possible.
Okay.
They don't want to make a Guardians based off of the movies. Now,
That is exactly why Rocket has his beard.
yes, exactly.
And they're dressed in the dark blue.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why Drax doesn't seem like a complete dummy.
Yes.
And Gamora looks how she is, and she's a little more cutthroat. Yeah. They
Even Groot is like way bigger.
Yeah.
Like huge.
Yeah, and one of the things that they did is that they actually brought in the original comic book creators of Guardians to talk about character development.
I'm going to have to watch the whole presentation then, because I just watched the gameplay trailer.
That was the coolest part of the entire presentation, was just the behind the scenes and the development part of it.
Yeah.
I felt like that trailer, the Square Enix, because Square Enix had like 45 minutes. They spent half of that on Guardians.
Yeah.
Which for me that's way too long for one game. But,
Yes.
But considering it comes out at the end of the year and they want to get some hype around it.
Release date is October the 26th of this year, 2021.
Yeah.
It is a third-person hack and slash, and you also control the other members, the primary being myself, Star-Lord.
Oh my God.
But it reminds me of KOTOR.
Yeah.
Because in KOTOR, you kind of had these freeze frame moments where you could pause the game and tell everybody, hey, you're going to do this, hey, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's the exact way that this game is being done.
Yeah.
Like that's how people are being controlled, which I'm super excited about it.
There's branching narratives so that you can kind of make the story the way you want it in making decisions. They showed that off in the demo. That was really cool. I don't think it'll have an overall impact on the story, but it's just you get to create your own branch of how you tell the story. So
For
it's
obvious
really
reasons, as you saw, I'm a huge Star-Lord fan.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's funny is like Guardians of the Galaxy was not on my radar until the movies.
cool. Yeah.
And Chris Pratt as Star-Lord is such just a relatable character.
Oh, yeah.
And the costume, everything is cool. The trench coat,
Yeah.
I got, I didn't even full send the
You
bit.
should
I have
have.
the trench coat and everything. But it's just so cool. I usually don't buy campaign-only games.
Yeah.
But depending on reviews, I
Yeah.
definitely want this game, because that new Marvel game that came out, hottest of trash.
Yep.
The hottest of trash.
Yep. I agree. I am hopefully optimistic with it, but I'm definitely not holding my breath, especially with how they treated the previous Marvel game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
The next game, something I think you'd be super excited about, which I didn't even know this was going to be a thing. Strangers of Paradise, which is a Final Fantasy spin-off.
Oh yeah. So it's made by Square Enix. It's based off of the original Final Fantasy game.
Yes.
Because the character Garland, who's becoming Chaos.
So Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the original NES game.
Is it Final Fantasy 2 the one with Kain?
No, that's Final Fantasy 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
Sorry. No.
Yeah. I'm throwing you off. It's what I do.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's built to be kind of like it was originally pitched to be like a Souls-like game, like a Dark Souls
Yes.
style in the Final Fantasy. After looking at the trailer, it looks a little bit more like a beat 'em up.
It does not. Yes, it 100% looks like a beat 'em up hack and slash. It
Yeah.
does not look like a
Yeah.
Souls game at all.
Which is funny because Team Ninja, they made the Neo games, and Neo is very much it's a very colorful. It is a little bit faster, but it's still Souls-like.
Yeah.
And so
Do you like games that are that hard?
I do. I've been getting really into those. Like Jedi Fallen Order. After I got done playing that, I'm like, I need more of this.
That's what everybody has said is like, even on easy, hey, this game's hard.
Yeah, I played it on normal on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Mouse and keyboard is not the way to play that game.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
But after I got done playing it, I'm like, I need more games like this because nothing was more satisfying than beating some of the bosses.
There is a demo for Strangers of Paradise. It is available until the 24th, so you only have a couple of days left.
Yeah, I need to go get it.
Yeah. Not something that I'm going to go... Is this something that you think you're going to get, or are you going to wait for reviews?
I got to wait for reviews. I'm at that...
I have to do that with all my games now.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Well, games are getting more expensive.
Yeah.
And we, as older people...
Yeah.
We don't have time to play games like we used to.
No.
Or we have busy social lives, secular lives, spiritual lives. We just don't have the time to play these types of games.
And on top of that, we've been burned by so many games that we pre-ordered and picked up and were so excited, and then all of a sudden,
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk. There's been multiple.
I shouldn't say that. A lot of people I know are enjoying that, but I would say the mass was burned by that game.
Yeah, and that's a newer one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking about like stuff like on the 360 that I was buying that I was just like, oh come on, I spent full price to pre-order this, and it still sucked.
There is and the next two games that we're going to talk about. This is where I really think the model should go.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, in my humble opinion, if it is not high stakes competitive multiplayer, this is where games need to head in this direction.
Okay.
I know. Follow me for a second. Games have better graphics.
Mm-hmm.
They require more high performing things to run them.
Yep.
They take more time to develop. So because of that, what should happen to the price of the game?
They should go up.
What haven't the price of games done?
They haven't gone up.
So you get what you pay for.
Right.
Everything looks pretty, but the substance isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what a lot of people say their substance is? Dude, think of Cuphead.
Oh, yeah.
Cuphead is a 2D adventure side-scroller.
Oh, yeah.
That it was a, quote, indie game, and it took everything by storm. Among Us took everybody by storm.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one with all the people where you have to run and jump? It was the PC game. Same thing. It took everybody by storm. All the streamers were playing it for like a month.
Dust Force?
It was kind of like Fusion Frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
With the little
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Fall Guys took everybody by storm.
Yeah.
Super inexpensive, very low detail. And speaking of that, the reason why I'm saying that, a new game that's coming out that I want to get this because it's super like 80s looking and it's an 8-bit platformer, Replaced.
Yeah.
I want this game.
Yeah.
There's story. There's the style. Once again, it's 8-bit.
Yep.
Lots of 80s. I'm going to put the camera on you because you got the 80s vibe going over here. You got the blue and the purple, all those neon colors. I'm super excited about this game. To me, it almost reminded me of Cowboy Bebop. Like there's a revenge story in there. I'm super excited about that. And my point in that is I think that this will be a $15 to $20 game.
Right.
But it'll be a full-length game.
Yeah.
I think of like Fable.
It's a done game.
I think of Fable.
Oh, yeah.
Fable for the 360 is in my top 10 games of all time.
Right.
And the graphics don't hold up to anything that we have now, but nothing we have now story-wise holds up to Fable.
Exactly.
And I think that they should get back to that.
Yeah, I do see your point because I mean, lately, even now, there are a bunch of indie games that I've played that, they're 5-6 hours long, and I've really enjoyed playing them more than I would, a game I spent $60 on that I have to wait for DLC to get the rest of the story.
To get the rest of the game that you paid for.
Exactly.
And it's not that I don't agree with paying for it.
Right.
I'm just in Battlefield. We're going to get to Battlefield here in a second. Battlefield is the first game that's finally taking that step.
Yeah.
They're moving away from the $49.99, the $59.99 price point. They're upping it $10, and they don't even have a campaign.
Yeah.
So Battlefield 2042. This is Battlefield 6, technically.
Yeah.
Moving back to the modern genre. Everybody was hoping that this was going to be the Call of Duty Warzone killer. It's definitely not. There's no battle royale. There's no campaign. It is just multiplayer.
Right.
You're not a huge first-person shooter player.
I am. I have to be in the mood for it. I just play a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And I get in the moods where, I want to play some Overwatch. I want to play some Destiny 2, Apex. I get back all into those, but it goes in cycles.
This game, once again, I even thought that it was going to be the Warzone killer. I was hoping that it was going to be.
Yeah.
But with no battle royale, and really for me, no campaign. That for me with the Battlefield franchise, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Battlefield has always had top notch. I mean, DICE and all them and EA, whatever you say, whatever you want about EA, they're evil. Trust me, I know they're evil, but their campaigns have always been good.
Yeah. And if you're going to pay that much and not at least have something to go along with it, that we've spent years with like multiplayer and side missions and a campaign, and you always come with that full package. They bring you in with the campaign, and then you have the multiplayer to fall back on. Without having that and a higher price, I don't know. That's rough.
I mean, they say that they're going to have more content than any of their games have had since launch, and a lot of that has to do with the size of the map. But to me, that's kind of like...
unless they go back to what it was with like the old PC games, like Battlefield 1942, which it could do that, just in a more modern era.
Did you play Battlefield 4?
No, I never got around to it.
So Battlefield 4, I think, is definitely the best iteration of the Battlefield franchise. It's the one that I also played the most, so that probably has a big deal or a big part of it too. But
you're biased. It's okay.
The map was absolutely massive.
Yeah. And
it's also modern, and this is going back to the modern feel. So
yeah. So it could work out. We just need to. We haven't seen something like this done in a very long time, so we need to see it play out.
$70 is a big turnoff for me. Once again, gonna wait for reviews. The last section we have for multi-platform. Once again, this is another side-scroller indie game. It's called Planet of Luna.
Yeah.
And once again, when it's not coming from a big developer and it's not something that I have vested interest in, if it doesn't catch me, which this game did not.
Yeah.
But with my experience in the last 10 years with indie games kind of this style, if the reviews are good, I'll probably buy it.
Yeah, I'll have to see the reviews.
It's a little girl with her little black cat.
Yeah.
And her little black cat as her...
Right. No, it is one of those ones that, I also need to see reviews. I need to see other people playing it and just see the kind of vibe of it. I like indie games. I really do, because they're usually, especially on PC, you go on the Steam sales, they're usually super inexpensive, and they have a lot of good content and good replayability.
Yeah.
So they're usually a good value. So we'll see if this one ends up being one of those.
Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
This one was a surprise and also not a surprise all at the same time. And this isn't really not groundbreaking, but they're adding another fighting game to Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Kazuya.
Yeah.
Kazuya is coming to Smash. Now they're integrating Tekken. They've already done Street Fighter. They've done other fighting games. Part of the little gameplay that they had of him, the engine reveal was him throwing everybody into the volcano.
That was so cool.
Just like he's throwing other Mishimas into the volcano.
I loved that.
That was gold.
Yeah. It is a surprise because I don't think anybody was expecting it, but it's not a surprise either. For two reasons. One, Masahiro Sakurai, the creator and developer of Smash Brothers, is a huge fighting game fan himself.
Oh yeah,
that's why Terry Bogard's in there. Nobody ever thought Terry would be in there or even thought of putting him in there.
Yeah.
He specifically wanted him in there. On top of that, Namco Bandai also works on Smash Brothers as well. They only have one representative in Smash before this, which was Pac-Man. So they wanted a more modern character in their roster
Yeah.
put into Smash Brothers. So this makes the most sense.
CEO 2018 top 8 for Smash, they had a Pac-Man player, and Pac-Man was super low tier at the time.
Yeah.
And dude, the crowd was getting so hyped because the Pac-Man guy, he ended up losing, but
Right.
he had like a multiple stock comeback, and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
That's really cool. Yeah, that was a cool announcement.
Metroid.
Yes.
I'm getting it. I'm saying it right now. I'm already getting it.
Really?
This is the second reason as to why I gotta get a Switch again.
Yeah, it's the first original 2D Metroid since the Game Boy Advance games.
Yes.
And Metroid Dread, it looks really good. It's made by it's the same engine that they did the Samus Returns remake for 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same combat, which is a little bit faster pace. It moves quickly. It looks really, really good
It does look good. Definitely something that I'm gonna be picking up, and it comes out
this year.
relatively soon. Yeah. I got hiccups again, of course. October 8th of this year is when it comes out.
I would say almost half of Nintendo's stuff that they premiered on E3 is coming out either at the end. It's coming out either in October or in December.
They also
It's
had.
crazy.
Did you play that Mario game? The new kind of like Mario 64 adventure style game. It's called Mario something and
Mario
Star.
and Rapids.
Mario and Rapids. Did you play the first one?
No, but I always heard that it's a very underrated game.
Yeah, and that's the second one, I guess, is coming out.
Yeah,
Which
it's a tactical game, very much like XCOM.
Oh, okay.
It's by the same developers. Ubisoft worked with them and their XCOM team with Nintendo to create it, and it's supposed to be really, really good.
Speaking of tactical games, I am excited about this because I used to play these on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Advance Wars 1 and 2, they're remaking.
Yes.
Once again, just with the price point and time, I probably won't be getting these, but I will be checking out highlights of YouTubers doing playthroughs and all that kind of stuff for sure for this game. It's an amazing strategy game. It's almost like tactic style games, Final Fantasy tactics, Lord of the Rings tactics.
Yeah.
When you have like the blocks where you can choose where you're going, it's that style strategy game.
It's almost a mix between games like Fire Emblem, like those other tactics games.
How did I forget Fire Emblem?
But also has that real-time strategy element of buying units, and you don't have to have your army ready. You can still buy more units and bring more people in. So yeah, the tactics games were really cool. Seeing that they're remaking the Mario Party games into modern graphics, same board, same games and everything, just better graphics, and that was really cool. I liked that too.
Tell me about Breath of the Wild, because you played Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god, it is.
So the second one's coming out.
Second one's coming out.
Yes,
still 2022.
Yep.
The reveal for it was really, really cool. Because the idea with Breath of the Wild is that you have this gigantic open area. You can literally just
go do whatever you want.
The game gives you two things to do.
Yeah.
The tutorial and the final boss. They give you no other instruction on what to do.
Yeah.
And there's no guidepost, no nothing. So you literally are just wandering. So when they wanted to make the second game and they announced that there would be a sequel, it's like, okay, are you going to expand the land? What, are we going to go somewhere else? What are we going to do?
Which they did.
Right. So, so now you have the original area that you explored, but also these floating areas, which is a callback to the Skyward Sword. It looks really, really cool. I'm really excited for it, but I want to see more. That wasn't enough.
Yeah, they didn't give a name for it. It's just literally a sky area.
Yeah.
And it is going to be available, which I believe you said next year, 2022.
Yeah. We don't know when. It's probably going to be the end of next year.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox did not come out as hard as I wanted them to, but no. It's COVID. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's COVID. This isn't really anybody's year to be honest, like for anything, except for, I don't know, Star Wars and Marvel might have their best years.
Oh yeah.
This might be their best year, but Forza 5. I stopped playing Forza at Forza 3. Maybe Forza 4 was the last one I played, but the new one that's coming out is Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah.
And this actually interested me. This is going to be available in November of this year. And the reason why it's interesting me is because they said that this is their biggest open world yet, and I did a little bit of research, and supposedly this is going to be 4 times bigger than their previous open world map.
Dang.
Which, that's a huge... If it's true, that's, 4 times larger
Yeah.
That's a
That's
lot.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
You
based
know,
in Mexico.
Yeah. And, I haven't really played anything since Forza Horizon 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that's if you say there's any games that I don't play, it's racing games. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, we were both Need for Speed Underground people, right?
yes.
I mean, everybody played
Need for
that.
Speed,
Yeah.
Burnout games. More
Yeah.
arcade racers than realistic racers.
What were the motocross games?
Oh,
Why can't I think of what they're called? But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like arcade style. That
Yeah.
you said it perfectly.
Yeah, no. Anything that's realistic or close to realistic, I think that's the reason why I might be interested in getting to Forza Horizon. It has a little bit more of that arcade feel because it's open world and
Yeah.
it's a little bit more flexible. It's not race this track, do 50 laps. It's yeah. So I'm excited for it.
Bethesda, we talked about this actually in another video game pod. Bethesda has now signed on with Xbox, so only exclusive to Xbox, which is a huge deal because Bethesda is AAA.
Yeah,
And they come out with just easily some of the best games. They're top 5, if not top 3.
Yeah.
Developers, thank you.
Yeah.
Starfield takes place 100 years into the future, and it's a realistic space. So less Star Wars, less Destiny, more Interstellar.
Yeah.
Which piqued my curiosity a little bit.
Yeah.
But I also kind of want that high sci-fi fantasy. I mean, we are a Star Wars podcast, so shocker, that's what I want.
Yeah.
The other thing whenever they don't show you gameplay, I'm kind of uninterested.
Oh yeah.
I need gameplay.
What's the point?
What's the point? And not only that, it's not available until November 11th, 2022, and I guarantee
it's going to get pushed back. Yeah. No, you might as well have just released a blog online talking about it than just announcing it at E3. This feels like some of the filler content that they've been putting into E3 all year.
And I think they had to do that.
Yeah, they had to fill space.
Yeah.
And and at least Bethesda's doing something different.
Yeah.
They are trying to go for something more realistic. That's at least an attempt to be different than what they normally do, which is some high fantasy, some crazy, post-apocalyptic stuff. So I want to see more, and I think that's about the only comment I have on it.
I have a lot to say about the next one.
Oh, of course.
Halo Infinite. I absolutely cannot wait.
Oh yeah.
What the hell happened to Cortana?
I don't know.
Did you see her?
No.
She has clothes on now.
Well, okay, I can understand that, but at the same time, she's an AI that is now self-aware, so maybe.
What happened to Cortana?
I know.
It's weird. She's
is.
wearing she looks like a UNC officer. She doesn't look like Cortana. Like she looks like somebody's just like, oh, bloop hologram. Let me it was super weird.
I don't know.
That's the only thing that I'm not looking forward to. That's it.
I gave up on the Halo campaign after Halo 5 Guardians. That campaign irritated me.
Okay, you're not wrong. But the 1v1 fight when all the Spartans are just watching Chief beat his name's escaping me. Mm-hmm. I want to say Slade, but that's Teen Titans. I can't remember his name. Anyway, when he's just dude, come on.
No, it was very cool.
Yeah.
It's just the campaign was very short, and it kind of ended with okay, well, sure.
Halo 5 in general was kind of like, okay, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the whole thing. Even the multiplayer experience. I mean, MLG was dead at that point.
Yeah.
Everybody had transitioned to battle royales, PUBG, all that stuff. So I get it, but this is it.
Yeah,
MLG's coming back.
Yeah,
you heard it here first. MLG's coming back. Other huge tournament organizers like FaZe Clan. We are going to see so many Halo pros who are still streaming. Snipedown still streaming. The Ogre Twins still streaming. Ogre 2 was playing Destiny 2 for a long time. They are all going to return because this game looks like Halo.
Now the trailer I did watch over and over was the multiplayer trailer.
Yes.
And they purposely put in some ridiculous things in there to show you the possibilities.
Yeah.
The very end where he throws a grenade and shoots the sword over to him and
Yes.
he picks it up and takes somebody out. I was like, are you kidding me?
Well, now, so that's always been a Halo thing.
Right, but showing it off that they can continue to do that again.
Yeah. The physics of Halo, I think, have always almost been.
It's a staple.
It's a staple, and they really brought kind of like that ragdoll realism.
Yeah.
I think. Well, Doom did it for anyway. Multiplayer, really
Yeah.
quick. Let's talk about multiplayer. It's free to play.
Yep.
And this is something that, to my knowledge, I don't believe anybody has ever done, which I think this is changing the game. I've been playing a lot of games that have battle passes.
Yeah.
So we have a 1 month season or a month and a half season or a 2 month season.
Mm-hmm.
You pay the $10, you get experience, you unlock the content.
Yep.
If you don't unlock it within that time, you don't
You
get
lose
all
it.
your content.
Yep.
You can buy every battle pass,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can choose on what battle pass you're putting your progression to.
Which is smart.
Super smart.
Yep.
So you can for the dad who's working 60 hours a week and can't complete a battle pass in a month.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, at level 45, I want something in this battle pass." He may get it 3 months from now, but at
Yeah.
least he can get it.
Yeah. And on top of that, it incentivizes them to buy multiple battle passes because if they want all of that content, they can get it.
Yep.
And then just put it where they want it to go.
Yep.
So, instead of paying, $10, for a couple of months and then, you have another, couple of months go by and then you're buy another battle pass for $10, you can buy multiple and just have them all and then start working on all of them. So super smart.
They brought back gear style, which was made famous by Halo Reach, where you can make your Spartan your own.
I miss that system so much. I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
I
I
love
mean,
to reach.
Spartans in general, of course, they remind me of Mandalorians.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
they're super cool, superhumans. I'm super excited. Coming out holiday 2021. You can download the multiplayer for free. I will be buying a legendary edition if they have it.
Yep.
Probably. Do they do like Steam keys for like if I do a legendary edition for Steam? I get everything, but then I get a Steam key for the game.
I don't
That's
know.
how I think they would do it.
I don't know because it is Microsoft. Microsoft does have specific games you can't buy on Steam. Like for instance,
Oh, this is going to be released on PC.
well, no, it's going to be on PC, but you have
Yeah.
to buy it through Microsoft's PC store themselves.
Oh, I see what
like,
you're saying.
like if you want Minecraft,
I
don't
want
get
the stuff
that.
with it. There's going to be a legendary stuff that gives me something
Right.
tangible.
Yeah. I think they will definitely have that. We're just waiting for the announcement.
The only non-legendary like edition that I didn't get, and I still regret it, was Halo 3. It came with that little Halo Master Chief helmet.
Yeah.
I wish I would have gotten that.
Yeah, that was probably the best piece of gear. Period.
The last bit, really the only main release for PC was Age of Empires 4.
Oh, I love Age of Empires.
Okay.
I grew up with it.
Camera's on you. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I grew up with Age of Empires. I played Age of Empires 1 and 2. I knew all the cheat codes, played through the campaign. It's just a really fun real-time strategy because it is more about, it's less about war and more about actually growing an empire. So food and resources and things are more important, keeping your people happy.
Yeah.
And still building an army to go conquer.
Yeah.
Also, on top of that, technology is a thing. So, like Civilization, if you've ever played any of those games, you have to learn
I
technology.
played Farmville. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Okay, same thing. Okay. You actually have to learn technology and knowledge to progress, get better things.
Yeah.
And you actually get to see the development. Like you start off as cavemen, you move into the Bronze Age, Iron Age. You actually get to see that development through your units.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool game. I'm excited to see what new features and things are there. So yeah, I'll be looking into that for sure.
Yeah, once again, it's something I won't get it. I mean, it's not my type of game.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with Halo coming out, and they didn't talk about, and I don't know if anybody's talked about it yet, because Nintendo kind of does their own thing, and I didn't even write it down, but next year, Nintendo is coming out with their first real open world Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Which I will definitely be getting. Like, even the screenshots, it literally looks like World of Warcraft, but Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, Sword and Shield is they said it was real open world. It's not.
No.
But this truly looks open world.
Yeah. Sword and Shield had one open area, but no, this is meant to be, here's your Pokeballs. Go literally catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
And you battle Pokemon in real time, it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like a fantastic game. I'm super excited for that. Nintendo will probably come out with their own Nintendo Direct on that.
Yeah.
Probably in the next couple of months.
I'm really hoping, too, that this game can tie in previous Pokemon games that you own. So I still have Soul Silver on my DS.
Yeah.
And I can use the online Pokebank to upload Pokemon from there, and I'm really hoping that I can pull from there. I know you can do that on Sword and Shield, but I have no desire to play Sword and Shield because all Sword and Shield is Pokemon Go, but not as good.
Yeah,
Like,
they did go back to the original mechanics and a lot of that stuff, but you ask my wife; she plays them all. She does not prefer it.
Nah, I mean, I really liked Ruby and Sapphire. Even Diamond and Pearl were pretty good.
Yeah,
but X and Y and Black and White.
Yeah, they
were
started
not
deviating way too far.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it was too much.
Yep.
Closing housekeeping, guys. Thank you very much for joining us for the E3 talk. Once again, this was just a bonus episode, and we hope you enjoyed it. Once again, we still have the rec shirts; they are available, and we have the regular Cantina shirts that Jordan is actually wearing right now. Show the camera. You can see the little patch there. Go to the other way. Go the other way. There you go. And it's got the same logo on the back. Once again, that supports us, and we very much appreciate it, guys. I was your boy. It's KonKon. And sitting across from me, the Cantina Splicer.
Casual Kid.
And we'll catch you guys next time.